the first time that I took IELTS and the last time that I took IELTS, my English proficiency was pretty much the same.
You are คนโง่อังกฤษที่สอบ IELTS ไป 14 ครั้งจนติด Cambridge
Are you ready?
Yeah
ไอสัตว์กลับไปอ่านหนังสือ
What was the biggest problem of yours in studying?
To be honest, nothing is difficult as easy.
Okay.
So I'm just joking.
Now that sounds exactly like you.
In order for students to succeed academically, they need to have desire. I will keep motivating, posting a lot of video on motivation. เห็นคอมเมนต์เด็กๆบอกพิมพ์ว่าพี่ภูผาครับผมติดที่นี่แล้วผมติดที่นั่นแล้วแบบ That mean a lot to me. ไม่มีเวลาอ่านหนังสือ That is complete bullshit. A lot of people comment พี่ภูผาครับผมจะสอบในอีก1 อาทิตย์จะทันไหมครับ So I pissed off so much and I took my phone out and then record and say มึงจะถามทำไมอะไร right
If you become a minister of education in the future for Thailand พวกมึงต้องทำอย่างนี้กูบอกแล้วว่าพวกมึงต้องถูกประเมินผลโดยเกรดของนักเรียน
ใช่สัตว์กับไปอ่านหนังสือ
จากข้อมูลหลังบ้านเราพบว่า 70% ของคนดูรายการคำนี้ดีฟีเจอริงไม่ได้กดเปิดซับไตเติลครับไม่แน่ใจเหมือนกันว่าเพราะว่าคุณไม่ได้ต้องการซับไตเติลหรือคุณไม่รู้ว่าเรามีซับไตเติลให้ด้วยนะครับจริงๆแล้วเรามีให้2ภาษาเลยทั้งไทยแล้วก็อังกฤษเปิดใช้บริการกันได้นะครับถ้าสมมุติเกิดดูอยู่บนมือถือให้กดปุ่ม CC ที่ขวาบนถ้าสมมุติเกิดดูอยู่ที่แล็ปท็อปนะครับให้กดเครื่องหมายไอคอนของคำบรรยายที่มุมขวาล่างกดเลยครับภูผา
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ Welcome to the show
Thank you
You look a little nervous Are you nervous
Yes I worry a lot because my English is not good I think
Really
Yeah and this is the first time that I will be speaking in English in social media so
Yeah and for about an hour too because that's how long we are going to be talking Actually, I want to start by reading something that you just wrote on your TikTok, and you posted it a couple of days ago.
Okay.
Which was actually on your birthday, was it?
Yeah. It was my birthday 3 days ago.
Okay, on the 27th of May.
27th.
Okay, so happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you so much.
All right. So you said here that ถึง Mr. Phoops ตอน26 ขวบกูจะใช้เวลาปีนี้ทำให้เด็กไทยเกินครึ่งอยากเรียนด้วยตัวเองและสามารถเข้าใจเนื้อหาในสิ่งที่อยากเรียนโดยไม่ต้องจ่ายแพงจาก Mr. Phoops ตอน25 ขวบ
Yeah.
So this kind of sums up who you are and what you do really well, right?
Yeah, I believe that for this year I will mainly focus to do two things and I believe that in order for students to succeed academically, they need to have desire. It's very different from student who was forced to study and the one who want to study by themselves, right? And the other thing that they need is a very good understanding of the subject, right? Not memorizing. If they have a very good understanding of the subject, they will be able to do well in exams and well educated to do a lot more things. So I believe that I will focus on these two things this year. I will keep motivating, posting a lot of video on motivation. And when แบบเห็นคอมเมนต์เด็กๆบอกพิมพ์ว่าพี่ภูผาครับผมติดที่นี่แล้วผมติดที่นั่นแล้วแบบ that mean a lot to me. So I will keep doing what I'm doing right now. And I am currently also providing the high quality education in the cheapest possible way. So right now I have math course แบบบทละ290
Which is very affordable.
Yeah, very affordable. So for anyone who want to really understand the subject, right, not just want to take a test and pass the test, they can learn with me. Only 290 บาทต่อบทเท่านั้น And I will soon be launching physics course with only 290 บาทเหมือนกันครับ
So physics, math, and also IELTS, like English too, how to excel in IELTS. That's what you also do on your social media.
Yeah, but not really because for IELTS, I'm not good at English. I teach IELTS in a way that does not require much English.
Okay. So mostly technique
Mostly
of how
technique,
to
yeah.
take a test and pass the test.
mostly the exam pattern. Yeah.
Yeah.
But because I got an 8 in IELTS 5 years ago.
Right.
And is my English good right now?
I believe so because
Really?
it's very communicable.
Yeah.
And we can have a good time talking to each other.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a definition of good English.
I see.
Yeah.
But I would not say it's good. I would say it a little bit above average, right? And
Right.
you will hear me speak wrong tense, wrong vocabulary, wrong
Yeah.
pronunciation. Everything is wrong.
Okay.
And this is you have to understand that this is after 4 year, 4 year, a 4 solid year in UK, right? That I woke up every day, speak English with my friends. I went to lunch with my friend in English. I went to dinner in English. I went to lecture in English. Everything in English.
Right.
And this is the level of proficiency that I have right now.
Okay.
And can you imagine how bad it was 5 years ago?
Yeah, I try to imagine because you're pretty good right now from my perspective. But I totally understand that it's different. Just to have a good English enough to talk to your friends and to have a good enough English to pass the exam, especially IELTS, which is not easy at all.
Yeah.
And you know what? You are extraordinary in many ways because you are top students, you are star students, and you are so good at studying, and you're so good that you can teach a lot of students to follow your steps too. But to learn that you have to take 14 IELTS in order to get the score that you need to get into the university that you
Cambridge,
wanted
yeah.
to Cambridge. That kind of makes a lot of people feel good about themselves too because, well, for someone who's really good already, it would take them that kind of attempts to succeed, right? Yeah, and that's another thing that you wrote this time on your bio that you are คนโง่อังกฤษที่สอบ IELTS ไป 14 ครั้งจนติด Cambridge.
Yeah.
And that's very impressive.
Oh, thank you so much.
14 times.
Yeah, 14 times.
That took you how many years? How many months?
Well, I think it took me 2 months. Okay, I have a very interesting story to tell you.
All right.
So the first time that I took IELTS and the last time that I took IELTS, my English proficiency was pretty much the same.
Really?
Yeah, it's improved a little bit, but my score increased a lot, right? Because what I actually learned is the exam pattern and technique. And the thing is, every time that I practice, I learn about that question, like really learn about that question. I ask myself, well, what is the pattern of this exam? So that is the reason why I got IELTS 8. Okay, so right now you might wonder about what actually is the pattern, right? In case you have a question about pattern.
Yeah.
What actually is a pattern? So I want to give you an example. IELTS reading, if a normal candidate would just read a question, read the reading passage, and then read a question, and then trying to answer the question according to the passage. But for me, I would go straight to the question and take the word like Galileo, for example, which is a main noun of that question, and look for that word in the passage. And then, oops, here it is. So I just read that sentence, and every single time, the answer of that question is going to be the noun in that sentence. The other noun or the sentence before or the sentence after every single time. So using this kind of technique, I can manage to get IELTS 8 without having to be good at English, without having to read reading passage at all.
So it's all about the techniques, like you said.
It's all about the technique, yeah.
Right. If you know how the questions and how the pattern works, you can use that into your advantage and get higher scores.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
so
correct.
what kind of band did you need in order to get into Cambridge?
Overall 7.5 and everything more than 7. So reading, listening, writing, speaking, everything more than 7.
Yeah, and you kind of set your mind to getting into Cambridge. There's no other choice for you?
Yeah, there's no other choice for me.
Right.
I have to get it within this time period.
Right.
If not, then I'm not going to Cambridge.
I see. So why Cambridge though?
Why Cambridge?
Yeah.
Because I want to be engineer, and Cambridge ranked as the first in engineer.
Okay, so they're the best in what you want to do. I see. Okay, so let's talk about how after you got the score that you need, and then you went to Cambridge, and what was the first experience, and what was the first impression that you had on your first day at Cambridge?
Well, that is interesting question. I didn't have much friends. Like in the beginning, it was very tough for me, and I used to hang out with a lot of friends in my high school, and they all went to London, so I don't have any friends.
Okay.
And it was very difficult. And to be honest, I spent a lot of time with myself. I ate by myself almost every single day.
Okay.
Yeah, I stay by myself.
So it was tough making
It
new
was very
friends.
tough for the first year.
Okay.
And
Is that because the environment? Is it because the vibe of most people, how most people are? Or was it purely just because the language barrier, you think?
actually, the language barrier is not that difficult. It's not that high.
It didn't that matter that much.
Yeah, because
Okay.
here's very interesting. A lot of my friends who are foreigner do not have perfect English. They also have broken English like me. Right? So we talking very cute way like yo go lan go lan.
And using a lot of hands.
Yeah. We do a lot of that.
Okay. And there was no problem.
And that's no
Right?
problem. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's mostly because during high school, I spent a lot of time with my friends, and I just didn't want to change like the way we talk.
Okay.
So I didn't open up to anyone. So that was difficult during the first year.
Okay.
But eventually I adapt.
Things got better,
yeah,
of course,
things got
right?
better, yeah.
Okay. So how long did it take you to adapt to the new environment and to the new way of studying?
About a year.
Okay.
About a year.
All right. So, and I guess that the way that people study at Cambridge changed a lot from what you used to be too, right? Because
Yeah.
they were hardcore in there.
Yeah, it's hardcore. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, what was the biggest problem of yours in studying?
What is the biggest problem?
Yeah.
I would say, well, to be honest, nothing is difficult. It's easy. Yeah. So I'm just joking.
Now that sounds exactly like you, because nothing is impossible for you. Nothing is that.
Nothing is difficult.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, at first, I'm very afraid that I would fail because Cambridge would kick out a certain percentage of students who was like below the rank.
Oh, okay.
And everything is in percentiles, not in percentage, right? For example, like there are 100 students. If you get the top score, like let's say 100%, that doesn't mean you get 100%. That's you have to win over the other to be 100%. You get what I mean? It's in percentiles, not in percentage.
So being good is not enough, but
It
you have to be better
than the other. Yeah,
than others.
only top 30% of students got a first class.
Wow.
So it depends on your friend as well. It not only depends on your grade.
And when you said they kicked people out, they actually kicked people out? Like for a person below this line, bye-bye.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm very afraid at first because I haven't taken like Cambridge exam before, right? This is the first time that I will be taking Cambridge exam during the first year. So I'm very afraid, and I studied so hard during the second year, I think. And I got a first class honor. So I understand that, well, I don't have to study this hard in order to get a very good grade, in order to pass the exam.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So you you survived.
I survived, yeah,
your years in Cambridge.
Yeah.
And did you see the clear picture of the future at that point, that this is what I want to do in the future, because you were studying engineering, right? And what did you want to do in life at that point? You didn't know?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just knew that you were enjoying studying this.
Do I enjoy it? Yeah, but not all the time, right?
Okay.
I enjoy it sometimes. I don't enjoy it sometimes. And of course, I'm like just other guys normal kids. I want to be successful.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And besides studying, do you do anything else? Like, do you socialize? Do you go to bars?
Yeah.
Or anything
I did go
like
to
that?
a lot of bar. I love party.
Oh,
I
okay.
love going out with friends. I'm doing tutor.
Okay.
I teach like one-to-one.
Okay.
And I doing YouTube as well, even though no one watch it. Yeah.
Okay.
For
So
4
since
years.
you were at Cambridge, you started your YouTube.
Yeah, for 4 years.
I see. Okay. What did you do back then? What kind of content?
What kind of content? The first content that I did is flirting.
Flirting?
Yeah, I asked my friends, like female friends, out for a date.
I see. Like hitting on girls and like
Hitting on
going
girls, yeah, because
on dates.
I watched the show like พี่โอ๊ตปราโมช คนหน้าหมีครับ and I love that and I see and I think like wow I have the ability to do that too. I have a lot of female friends and I think I'm funny enough. I think I'm very enjoyable for me.
I think you like a good mixture of characters because you're not just a star student, but you have the other part too. Like you're being silly and you're having fun with friends. Also, that's a good.
A lot.
That's a good combination, I think.
Yeah, but anyway, no one watch it. No one care about it. Like,
Okay.
I've been doing that for 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So just for yourself, just to have fun.
yes, just to have fun, and I want to be famous as well.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that's why I keep doing it. A lot of people say like I should not do it, and especially my mother, she said like, I don't think it's suitable for you. Yeah, it's not gonna lead anywhere. Like, please stop doing it. Please focus on study.
Right.
Yeah, but I decided to do it. I continue doing it for 3 years.
So since then, never stopped.
Never.
You just kept
Never.
going.
Yeah, I just kept going.
Wow. And look at you right now. You've got a lot of fans already because you kind of found your way. That what kind of content or what kind of videos would your fan want to watch? And you stick to that, which is like teaching math, teaching IELTS, teaching physics, right?
And also motivation.
Yeah. A lot of that too. Yeah. Like what says on your t-shirt, that kind of motivation.
Yeah.
ไอ้สัตว์กลับไปอ่านหนังสือ
Yeah.
Okay. And this is how your audience love your motivation. The way you motivate them is not like you don't sugarcoat thing. You don't play it nice. You were sometimes being very harsh, and you scold them sometimes too.
Yeah.
And they love that.
Yeah. I believe that like people love watching my content is because they get something from my content. They know how to study. They can study better. They are more productive. They know the technique. So they love watching my content.
Yeah.
And I really want to make educational content to be like edutainment. So I just put my character into that, and I don't know, people love it.
I see. So if you were talking in Thai right now, would you be like, พี่บิ๊กมึงต้องเชื่อกูนะว่ามึงต้องทำอย่างนี้
No, I respect like senior, seniority. Yeah.
But that's how you talk usually on your channel, on all of your content.
Yeah, because I want to communicate with kids. And,
Right.
Yeah, the target audience is the kids. Yeah, so I talk like I'm talking with friends.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were invited to give a talk at school too.
Yeah. I feel really honored. It's really enjoyable.
How was the experience? Tell us.
It was great. I just share my 6 rule that helped me achieve my goal and stay focused during my high school. And there's a lot of unexpected. It's very unexpected as well because a lot of school reach out to me after and say, can you come to my school to speak as well?
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's nice. And would you want to do more?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So if ถ้าเกิดใครอยากให้มาพูดก็มาติดต่อมาได้เลย
ติด
นะครับ
ต่อได้เลย
ไม่คิดตังค์ครับ
Okay.
Yeah.
So all right, that's cool. And the way you give your talk, you sound exactly just like the way you sound on your YouTube channel or on your TikTok. So there's no sugarcoating. There's no สวัสดีครับทุกท่านวันนี้ผมมา You just sound like yourself. So did the teacher talk to you and kind of asked you to tone it down like
no
like
I didn't-
maybe take it easy on the gu mung thing and like use more proper appropriate pronouns and stuff like that
maybe they think like that but
Okay.
they don't have any chance to tell me yeah they didn't have any chance to tell me because I just go there and then burst it out
okay
Yeah.
so the people who did the invitation who gave you sent the invitation to you was it the student or the teachers
the teacher
okay so obviously they had to know the way you talk and they had to
Yeah.
know you as you
yeah I think so
okay
I think
so they must be okay with the way you talk
Yeah, I think
right because it works better obviously right
yeah I think it's a lot better to talk to kids in that way because kids talk to themselves among themselves in that way
Right.
so why not so why don't we talk to kids like kids talk among themselves
yeah
yeah
the thing is you know who you're talking to so
Yeah.
you want to talk their language right yeah and I think kids these days they appreciate a person who's being real like you don't have to be pretentious you don't have to be super polite because if you're being that way they might find kind of hard to connect to you and they might see you as like like a teacher or like a senior that they have to respect
Yeah.
so much and that way they might not open up to you as much
yeah so
Okay.
yeah if I teach student like other tutor it would be very boring and it's not an entertainment it's just an education
Right.
and I don't like that
yeah and I think you are right about making things like fun and relatable because if it's too serious a lot of kids might not want to like do this at all and if you want to make it fun and friendly yeah of course they want to stick with it more so another word that you use as your hashtag or the tagline is คนตื่นเรียน
Yeah.
so the style kind of reminds us and the tagline kind of reminds us of คนตื่นทำis
Yeah,
that
yeah.
where you got it from
not really
okay
actually I didn't choose it myself that tagline my audience choose it for me
oh okay
yeah I did made a lot of content like on teaching IELTS exam technique how to
Yeah.
study
Right.
this and that right and there's a lot of student a lot of people comment พี่ภูผาครับผมจะสอบในอีก1 อาทิตย์ จะทันไหมครับ ผมจะสอบในอีก2 วันจะทันไหมครับ and I'm like bro what's the point of asking right so imagine if you in a boat like in Titanic and it's gonna be completely gone from the water it's gonna sink in 5 minutes
Yeah.
and you ask me พี่ภูผาครับผมอยู่ในเรือจะจมแล้วอีก5 นาทีผมจะหนีทันไหมครับ What's the point of that
หรือว่าผมอยากจะหัดว่ายน้ำตอนนี้ไม่ทราบว่าทันไหมครับ
Yeah but what's the point of that bro even though you have 1 hour you have 1 day you have 1 month you have to try anyway right because it's your future so I pissed off so much and I took my phone out and then record and say มึงจะถามทำไมอะไร right and a lot of people that's went viral and a lot of people say คนตื่นเรียน so I just adopt it as my tagline
Yeah, and people are basically asking for it. That they come and ask these kind of questions just to have you scold them or splash cold water in their face, basically.
Probably.
Yeah. And they kind of enjoy that, and we enjoy that too. Like, yeah, you tell them. Yeah. Okay, and that's your style, and people kind of eat it up. They like it so much. And did that actually help them to like be aware and be more mindful of their behavior? And did you get to change their behavior to the better?
Yeah, I believe so. There's a lot of comment from students saying like ขอบคุณมากนะครับผมติดโรงเรียนนี้แล้วผมติดโรงเรียนนั้นแล้วผมติดมหาลัยแล้ว That's and I feel really grateful. I feel really good. Yeah, and I believe that, for example, if you like very tired, you have a very hard day today, and you open and social media like TikTok, Instagram, and you see me saying, มึงกลับไปอ่านหนังสือตั้งใจเรียน so bro I gotta put it down right got to lock it in yeah
Oh, that's good. It's like having a personal coach at all time, like to remind them what
like a reminder.
really matters.
A reminder.
Oh, that's good. So it's like you know what's right and wrong, and you know what people should or shouldn't do, and a lot of kids like 13 to 18, this kind of age range, look up to you and they listen to you. So it kind of makes me wonder: do you indulge yourself in any of these at all? So according to the internet, these are the most common guilty pleasures, right? So I want to know if you are all the star student all the time, or sometimes you kind of like being naughty too. So do you follow celebrity gossips at all?
No, I didn't.
You don't?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It's a waste of time, and
Okay.
I didn't add any value to my life, and I didn't enjoy it, so I didn't do it.
Okay. Do you sometimes sleep in?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why
so
not?
It's not like 5 a.m. wake up, exercise, read books, study.
No. Actually,
Okay.
I used the rule that I always use, like 5-7 rule. So, for example, if I'm going to have an exam in a year, like 12 months, I would spend only last 5 months practicing the question paper for 12 hours a day, every day. Like limited amount of lunch, limited amount of dinner, take a super quick shower, and 12 hours every day. I focus and lock it in, only last 5 months.
I see.
And the first 7 months, I would enjoy my life. I would go out with friends, party, go abroad, like do a lot of things, do a lot of stupid shit that I want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's a good balance, I think. And when you need to, you kind of go into your personal boot camp, so to speak, and then you prepare yourself for the exam, but not all the time.
Not all the time.
Okay, that's good. That's good news, because a lot of people might take it too seriously that if they want to get better, they have to like jump into this boot camp mode
Very
and
early.
never get out and just stay there and be that way 24/7, which is not very healthy, right?
Yeah, and that most likely to lead to burnout. Yeah, and a lot of students burn out very close to the exam period because they study too hard in the beginning.
Okay. So do you binge watch any TV series at all?
Yeah, I love watching TV series. Like reality, I love reality.
Really?
There's a lot of good reality that I love to watch.
Okay. Well, why reality TV?
I don't
What
know.
is so special about those shows?
Sometimes it's educational as well. I get to entertain and I get something from it. Like for example, have you watched The Influence?
No,
The
not yet.
Influencer is Korea reality that compete they gather around about 100 influencer and then compete who is the most influential, who can get the most attention.
Wow.
And that is very fun and it's very educational, right? I learned a lot from that. I learned how to do a lot of viral content from that. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So we can learn from anything. It's not just in textbooks, right? You have to
we can learn from everything.
get your knowledge from other sources too. So do you sometimes sing embarrassingly loudly while driving?
100%. Yeah,
Really?
100%.
Okay. So what kind of song would you sing?
Thai songs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you have any favorite artists that you like?
Not really. I just love a lot of artists. I love a song.
Like music in general?
Yeah.
Like pop music or what kind of genre?
Pop music, like Body Slam, Big Ad, Three Man Down. That's normal Thai guy. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So do you sometimes play video games for hours or all day? No.
I think
You don't go for video games.
I think that is such a waste of time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I don't enjoy it, so I don't play it. If someone enjoy it,
Okay.
please do. But I don't enjoy it, so
To
I don't
each their own. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not your thing, the video
Yeah.
games. Okay. All right. So that's good. And that's the kind of tutor that we want to see more, I think, because obviously people don't just get their education from school anymore. They go online and they just go and do activities like extracurricular activities, and they can learn that way too. And a lot of people come to your channel because you help them with doing the exams and passing the exams. And the goal, of course, is to get to the top universities, right?
Yes, and also being educated. Yeah, and I believe education is very important. It's the first stepping stone actually to succeed in everything.
Okay.
Right? You might think like, well, but professional athletes doesn't get educated. Well, they get educated in their area, right? You have to be good at something in order to be successful, and I believe that.
Actually, I just watched you talk about this on one of your TikTok videos. People ask if they can just go and be a YouTuber. And if they really want to be really good at it and they can make a lot of money out of it, what would that be a good idea? And you said no.
No, definitely not. Well, so if you think about it very, very carefully, in order for someone to watch you, right, your video, your content, you have to get their attention. You have to actually steal attention from the other big channel, right? Why people watch you, not the other channel? Why? Right? And it's very difficult if you don't have anything to give them. You have to give them something. You have to be good at something to give them. So the first thing first, you need to be very good at something before you do the channel, right? If you're not good at anything at all, you won't be able to succeed doing content on social media. You might think, well, Mr. B's not good at anything. He just have money. Well, do you have money? No, right? You don't have money. You don't have anything. You are just high school kids who like born 15 years ago, 16 years ago, and you don't have any experience. How can you make channel and someone gonna watch you? No way.
So just make sure you have something to offer to your viewers. Right. Wow, that's good. Because people might think that it is easy, right? You just have to have your phone up and record yourself and saying things. And then you go viral and then you make a lot of money. And it's actually not that easy at all.
It's not that easy.
Right.
I mean, it's not that difficult to go like viral. You probably see a lot of content that have a very high view, like 8 million, 10 million, but there's no follower, right? And no one watch other video. They only watch one video.
So there's no real value.
There's no real value from that.
Okay. All right.
So if you want to make content, please, I believe that you need to focus and good at something first before you make content.
Another thing that I want from you today is that you often give out opinions about things. So today we're going to be talking about a lot of issues that people at the age of your fans might have.
Okay.
So I want to see what you think about these topics or these statements, all right? So I'm gonna lay down all the cards on the table and you can just pick and choose anything that you want to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, so there you have it. All of the topics that, well, sometimes I heard you talk about already on your channel. Okay, so which one do you want to pick and talk about first?
Let's have this one.
Okay.
ChatGPT ทำให้เด็กโง่ลง
Okay, so does ChatGPT actually makes kids dumber?
No, do you want me to rate it?
Yeah.
I totally disagree with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on a scale of 1 to 10?
A negative 100.
A negative 100. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's totally disagree.
Totally disagree.
Okay.
So I believe that ChatGPT or AI is an innovation that should be adopted by education system. And if we go back about like 500 years ago, right? Farmers in that period usually gather around villager and give each one of them a sickle, like เกี่ยวข้าว right? And then let's go, let's harvest together. And then about 200 years later, a harvest machine was invented, right? So farmer do not need villager anymore, right? They use harvest machine. So let me ask you a question. If farmers, rather than teach his kids how to use a sickle. He teach his kids how to operate the machine. Does that make a second generation farmer, his kid, more stupid?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and it's the same as ChatGPT, right? It's a new innovation. It's like a harvest machine. Every farmer right now have a harvest machine, right? So I believe that AI in the world will be everywhere. Like will be in business, will be in corporate, will be in education, in everywhere, right? So why do you think ทำให้เด็กโง่ลงทำไม why right it's a new innovation that if you teach kids to use it effectively it can be very productive it can be very productive too to do work and you can teach kids like how to build it what is the secret behind that and how to make it better right yeah
Well, we can get dumber in some area, but we can get smarter in others. So maybe we don't have to do things old way, but we can make things in a new way, and that's gonna improve you in a different way. So not necessarily making you dumber, but maybe it's gonna bring the new things into the picture. And I think I can get the feeling that you totally believe in technology.
Yeah
To make our lives better.
Yeah, and I also believe that if you want to use ChatGPT to educate yourself, you can do that too, right? If you want to know about math, you want to know about equation, you can let ChatGPT solve it for you, or you can let it solve it for you and explain to you why.
Right.
So it's gonna differentiate between people who just want the job done, or people who really want to know about what is behind this, behind that.
Just know how to use it
Yeah.
to your advantage. Okay. All right. Good. So do you want to pick the next one?
ไม่มีเวลาอ่านหนังสือแล้วกัน
I have no time.
I have no
to
time
study.
to
I
study.
really have no time.
I think that is a complete bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe that in our daily task, we can divide our work into two things, right? The one that is important and the one that is not important. And if you cut out all the things that is not important, watching Netflix series, going out with friends, that friend, this friend, dinner, lunch, you will be surprised how much time you have left. And ไม่มีเวลาอ่านหนังสือ that is complete bullshit.
Yeah.
You will have time. If that is important to you, that is important to your future, you will definitely have time for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to prioritize, right?
Yeah.
Know what's important.
Yeah. And I also understand that some people might say, well, I have to take care of my family. I have to work part-time job. I have commitment, this and that. I totally understand that. But as I said, like the important task that you have, right, also can divide into two things. The one that urgent and the one that is not urgent. Yeah. That take care of family, working part-time job, that is the one that is urgent and important. But you also need to do the thing that is important and is not urgent, which is education. Trying to educate yourself in anything. Doesn't have to be academic, right? It can be anything. Please educate yourselves. If you don't educate yourselves, you will be working in that job forever. You will not be able to be successful if you're not good at anything.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You have to separate the importance and unimportance and things that is super urgent and things that can wait.
Yeah.
Basically. Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. Good advice. Okay, next one, please.
อย่ามีแฟนเดี๋ยวเสียการเรียนแน่ I love this role.
Yeah. So you shouldn't involve yourself in any relationship or just don't like go on dates because that would ruin your grades. Do you agree?
I would agree, but not 100% agree. I would rate it as a 3 out of 10.
Okay.
3 out of 10.
So a little agree a little.
Agree a little,
but not
that
agree. Much. Okay.
So I believe that if you want to succeed academically, you need to spend a lot of time study. You need to spend a significant amount of time on a question paper, on the content. So if you can manage that with relationship, with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend, well, fine.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with that. มีแฟนไปเลย But most people cannot. Most people, instead of open up the question paper, practice, they would normally like lie on the bed, hold hand, watching Netflix series, right? And that
It's very demanding having a girlfriend or a boyfriend, right? Yeah.
It's sometimes, but it depends on your management.
Okay.
And that's a waste of time. And during the exam season, it's very crucial for you to spend 8 hours a day, spend 10 hours a day to study for the exam if you want to get into good university. So I would not recommend anyone to have boyfriend or girlfriend if they cannot manage it.
So back to the questions. Can you manage it? And is it urgent to be successful academically at a time?
If you want to be successful in academic, you have to spend a significant amount of time on that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Next one.
ปริญญาไม่ใช่ใบเบิกทางความสำเร็จ
So are degrees everything in life? And would that guarantee a success?
I would not say it's guarantee a success, but the phrase ปริญญาไม่ใช่ใบเบิกทางความสำเร็จ I think that is not true. I believe that, I heard a lot of people on social media, especially like guru, right? They say, โหเรียนจบมาเนี่ยเงินเดือน 15,000 เงินเดือน 20,000 so why are you going to college? It's not worth it, right? And they give example like Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard to become a billionaire. So don't go to university. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. That is a complete bullshit. Complete bullshit to me. So I believe that education is very important, right? Bill Gates, he was study in Lakeside School, which was one of the only school that has computer at that time in the entire US. So he was very well educated and he dropped out of Harvard, not dropped out of a no-name community school. Right? So education is very important. I still believe education is very important, but most people, actually 99.9% of people at a very young age do not have discipline enough to wake up and drag themselves out of their bed every single day to educate themselves. And that makes college degree very important.
So sometimes a lot of people use this as an excuse.
Yeah.
Just an excuse to justify their like being lazy or their being like giving up too soon. Yeah, just an excuse. Okay, don't use that as an excuse. And education is still very important.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next one.
เกรดดีไม่ได้แปลว่าเก่ง Actually I want to ask about this question. เกรดดีไม่ได้แปลว่าเก่ง
So good grades don't always mean you're smart, basically, or it doesn't translate to a real life success. I think that's what the question means.
Okay. Yeah. That's what the question means. I think if you have a very good grade, like high score, it shows that you have discipline. You have discipline enough. You can cut out, you can say no to a lot of things in order to focus on study to achieve your grade. Right? So that is good. That is smart. So I disagree with that statement. เกรดดีไม่ได้แปลว่าเก่ง But เกรดดี doesn't guarantee you a success, right? You need a lot of other aspects. Like you need to be a risk taker. You need to have a lot more thing, connection, a lot more thing in order to be successful in your life. And I think เกรดดี is a part of it.
I see. Okay, but it's not everything.
It's not everything,
right.
But it's a part of it. It's a very important part, which is discipline.
Again, I see a lot of people use this as an excuse, like, your grades are really bad. And they might say, "Whoa, that doesn't mean I'm not smart. I can still be smart, even though my grades are not that good."
Yeah. And I heard a lot of people say like, I was very bad at school, but I'm successful right now. I have a lot of money. Yes, because you have discipline, but not for study, but for other thing else.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's okay, right?
That's okay.
Right.
For anything at all, if you're good at something and you're very good, if you are the best at that thing, you will be successful. I believe that.
Sure yeah I believe that too okay pick the next one
เพื่อนในห้องคือคู่แข่งไม่ใช่เพื่อน
Wow that's kind of extreme right don't you think so they're saying that your classmate is not your real friend they're competition
I disagree with this statement again I would rate it a minus 100 negative 100 again
okay
so of course I understand that you and your friends might have to take this same exam they probably have same goal you guys probably want to go to same university so you might think well this guy is my competitor
yeah especially from your experience at Cambridge that it's not just we can be good together but you need to be better than others right
but I'll give you an example of Thai school first okay but you have to understand that there are a million students who are going to take the same exam as you who are going to the same university probably have the same goal and you happen to know only 20 of your classmates right so why don't you think your friends to be allies not the competitor if you share the knowledge that you know to your friend will definitely share you the knowledge that they know back to you and together as a team you guys gonna go up the rank and have higher chance to get into good university
well that sounds a lot friendlier and more pleasant to think about because otherwise you would look at everybody around you
to be a competitor
as an enemy and if you keep thinking that if I'm not better than these guys they're gonna come and steal away all that should be yours and that is not the way to live your life in a society right that would stress you out too much okay so succeed together that's a lot better okay the next one please
it's almost gonna run out I will do it tomorrow เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้ค่อยทำ
I'll do it tomorrow yeah we hear it all the time right
we hear it all the time
do you say that too sometimes
not really
okay.
not really I believe that for me stress I feel stress every time I think about the problem I don't feel stress when I trying to find a solution so every time I feel stress like I would not say เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้ค่อยทำ I would just go back to the work right so เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้ค่อยทำ why bro do it today so you're not gonna stress right so if you think about the problem you're gonna stress if you do trying a way to solve the problem you won't be stressed
but some might say that I'm not in the state of mind like a good enough state of mind to solve the problem today but maybe if I sleep on it for another night tomorrow might look a lot better
really how
I don't know maybe they're dealing with too much already today and they want to give them a break a little just to come back like more refreshed and stuff like that
possible.
It sounds like an excuse again right
I think it's just a complete excuse for me I believe that stress I am the only one who responsible for my stress I am the only one who can take it out and I am the only one who can fuck it up and stress even more so every time I got stressed I would say do it now เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้ค่อยทำไม่มีทางที่จะพูด
okay just to get it over with
just do it now
because you're gonna have another problem anyway tomorrow right okay good strategy okay so we have 3 left on the table
เรียนพิเศษดีกว่าเรียนในห้อง
so cram school is the way to go compared to a traditional classrooms do you agree
I don't think it's a way to go but I believe that for Thai education yes it is
okay
why it's totally understandable because teacher doesn't have anything like in Thai school they doesn't have any stake even when that student got into a good university right even though 10 of their class student in their class got into like Cambridge got into a lot of good university their life gonna still be the same right they're gonna have same salary they're gonna live the same way
okay
so that is why tutoring on the other hand is more concentrate on the teaching because they want student to do well. Because if business wise, right, if student learn with me and student do well, I got a positive feedback, I got a positive review.
You have more business
Yeah,
coming your
a
way.
lot more student gonna come and attract a lot more people. So that is the reason why เรียนพิเศษดีกว่าเรียนในห้อง but I believe that Thai education can change กระทรวงการศึกษา I don't know like if they can do anything about this I don't know how to do it but I would suggest like do something about this
So gather from what you just said, do you think Thai teachers in school should be evaluated based on their performance? Like if they can send more students to universities, they should get a raise. For example.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That will make they focus more on their student, right? That will make they focus more on their teaching, and Thai education gonna be better in that way.
Okay. So it's very understandable why people go to cram school or
it's very understandable.
Tutoring school. Yeah. Okay.
Because in international school, a lot of teacher like every teacher got raised if their student got A star. Like if more student got A star, their pay rate is increased.
Okay.
Right?
So this system already exists.
Yeah, this system already exists in international school, but Thai school somehow don't do that.
Okay.
I don't know why, but like yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah, maybe we can see some change in the future if you become a minister of education in the future for Thailand. พวกมึงต้องทำอย่างนี้ กูบอกแล้วว่า พวกมึงต้องถูกประเมินผลโดยเกรดของนักเรียน
ใช่สัตว์กลับไปอ่านหนังสือ
โอเคสัตว์ก็ไปสอนหนังสือดีๆโอเค Well, that would change things definitely. Okay. Another two left on the table.
เด็กไทยไม่กล้าตั้งคำถาม
Is that true? From your experience?
Well, I don't think I can answer this question.
Okay.
And because I don't spend enough time in Thai like education, I don't have experience teaching in Thai class before. So maybe I will soon be able to answer this because I will be teaching in some school class.
I see.
Yeah. So I don't want to say
for yourself.
Yeah. Let me see for myself because right now I don't want to say things that I'm not 100% sure about.
Yeah. But are you the kind to ask questions? Like raise your hands
I ask questions all the time. Questions all the time.
All right.
Well, I can roughly answer this question.
Okay.
So in my school, right, in math class, when teacher teach about calculus the first time, I don't think anyone in my class understand it. But no one raised their hand and like, well, what is this? What is that? It's only me. I'm the only person in my class who asked teacher, right, well, how to do this? How to do that?
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends look at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Yeah, right? Because why? And my teacher thought that at that time that I'm the only one who don't understand. And he arranged me an extra class with him.
Okay.
Yeah. To explain me why. And I learned a lot from that.
Okay.
So
I would be a guy in the back of the class appreciating you asking the question for me because I'm not going to raise my hand, but I'd be so happy if someone does. Right? Okay, ask first because I don't understand shit either. But I don't want to ask.
Why?
Well, it's not my case, but I'm speaking for a lot of people who are like that because I ask questions too, obviously. Yeah. But sometimes I understand that they don't ask questions because they don't even know how to ask question in the first place. Like, I don't get the whole thing, but I don't know where to start to try to understand better. So they have problems forming the questions to ask. Yeah.
Yep. Actually, sometimes I don't understand like anything at all.
Yeah.
I just ask the whole thing again. Like, can you redo this question? Can you teach this concept? I think most people don't ask question because they too afraid to look stupid or do more. Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a big thing.
The issue. And I think that is ridiculous because you're gonna stay stupid if you don't ask, right? If you ask, you're gonna get better
You'll stop being stupid okay good ask more questions okay the last one on the table that you keep for last
I keep for last
it's better be good
คนขี้เกียจคือคนฉลาดหาทางลัด
okay
it's not gonna be good I
because we hear about this all the time that
Yeah.
they praise like lazy people for being lazy as they are because these kind of people would find a shortcuts of doing mostly anything so they're genius
no
no
I think it's just an excuse for them
okay excuse
Yeah.
again right
yeah if you are diligent mean you have discipline right but if you are lazy then you don't have discipline it's not like ฉลาดหาทางลัด it's just lazy right there's a lot of people who are disciplined and smart so คนที่เก่งคือคนฉลาดหาทางลัดคนที่เก่งเป็นคนฉลาดที่หาทางลัดไม่มีทางสู้คนที่เก่งแล้วก็หาทางลัดได้ถูกไหมครับ yeah so there's no point
Yeah. It's basically it's like the way to glorify or to romanticize laziness and make it look good. And I'm smart.
Yeah.
I'm lazy because I'm smart.
Yeah,
And,
that's bullshit. Yeah.
We have a lot of BS on the table today. But yeah, of course, that's the way people think sometimes. And that's what we keep hearing people say.Yeah,
that's everything on the table.
That's everything on the table and more actually because you post videos and clips basically every day and many times a day too because you have a lot to say.
I have a lot to say.
And mostly it's from your audience, right?
Yeah,
the comments. And you respond to that.
I love answering comments. It's very fun. And it's very what's the word?What
is it?
Sarcasm.
Oh yeah.
Sarcasm.
You do that a lot too.
Yeah.
People love you for it.
Yeah.
Me too. Me included.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. We have a lot of fun today, and if this is not the end of Mr. Phoops, because of course you can go and follow him if you haven't already on his channel.
100%.
Yeah.
Mr. Phoops channel. We are on TikTok.
Yeah.
We are on Instagram. We are on YouTube. Hit a follow. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe.
ท่องมาทุก episode okay. Yeah so if you want to be like him and if you can relate to someone like him because maybe you probably got sick of the way knowledge is taught or delivered in classrooms there's an alternative right here and maybe this guy might speak your language if you want to explore new ways of learning you can just come to his channel and enjoy yourself right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming and of course our show being called Comedy I always ask everybody who's coming on my show what their favorite words are do you have yours to share
I do
okay what is it
Are you ready
yeah
ไอสัตว์กลับไปอ่านหนังสือ Yeah
I knew it
Yeah.
It says on your t-shirt and if I want to get that t-shirt what do I have to do
You want to get one
yeah do you have it for sale
Yeah I have it for sale
Okay.
for 290 บาท
I
love this number 290 บาท
very affordable
Yeah very affordable You can hit my line ID @pupatilter Yeah Hit it up guys
okay
100%
okay so we already have the Thai word do you have any English word that is your favorite คำนี้ดีภาษาอังกฤษของภูผามีไหมครับ
That is an interesting question
Yeah it is
Go fucking study 100% translate from this
Yeah
Go
okay
fucking study
Good
Yeah
All right Thank you so much for coming and I had a lot of fun I hope you do too
Me too
Yeah
Thank you so much for the invitation
Thanks ภาษาอังกฤษของคุณจะได้กี่คะแนนมาวัดไปพร้อมๆกันกับแขกรับเชิญของเราสิครับนี่คือเกมโชว์ภาษาอังกฤษสุดครีเอทีฟจากคำนี้ดี KND 3000 ตอบคำถามวัดทักษะ speaking listening vocab grammar แล้วก็อีกมากมายตอบถูกได้แต้มตอบผิดก็ได้5ภาษาไม่เก่งก็สนุกได้นะดูได้เลยครับที่ YouTube ช่อง The Standard KND Search KND 3000แล้วมาเล่นไปพร้อมๆกันนะครับ